So a question I get asked all the time is how much did my van conversion cost? So I've done 3 Volkswagen Caddies now, and in today's video I'm going to run through all the costs of how much it costs to convert my van from like a standard ex-British gas commercial vehicle into a camper. So I'm just going to run through the costs and give you a total at the end, so you guys know, you can get an idea of how much it will cost you if you want to do this. When I purchased the van, I paid £10,500 for it, and this was for a 65 plate with 32,000 miles on the engine. And this is just a basic van, had nothing on it. When I bought the van, I then did a couple of checks on it. So I checked it was HPI clear. So to do that, it was an online check that was £9. I then got a Click mechanic to come and inspect it for me. So because it was up in Bolton, I just wanted to make sure that the van was all good to go and didn't want to have any risks. It's from a private seller. So I paid £155 to get it inspected. So they just gave me a report to make sure it was all okay. And then obviously to factor into the purchase price as well, sometimes you might have to do like a service. So I changed the water pump and cam belt and did a full service. So that cost me £770. And then obviously you had to pay for petrol to collect it as well, which is about £100 on a tank of petrol. So going into the conversion, this isn't in order, this is just running through all the costs so you guys know. So the insulation cost me £48. The floor mats that I put down in the cab, they were £37. I put some wind deflectors on the front and they were £45. I then got a spare key cut for it because it only had one key, so that cost £80. The sound deadening that I put in the back of the van, so that covered all the back of the van, bit in the cab, all the doors as well, that was £30. That's from Dodo Mat. The carpeting that I did, so like on the back doors, around the edges and on the bulkhead, that was £29. The lanyard that I put in the back to open the back doors, that cost me £9. So all the cladding and the wood, well just the wood, so the wood for the cladding, that cost me, so the wood for the cladding, this is quite expensive because wood's gone up a lot now, that was £146. So sealant for the air vent, so that was to seal it up to stop all the water coming in, that cost me £11. Again, I bought some bolts for the air vents because I put the extender in, so I needed some extra long bolts and they cost me £11. The windscreen cover, so that's just an accessory, but that's good for camping, that's £15. I also got the bumpers colour coded, so that came to £520. Then I spray painted the wheels gloss black, so I got the paint from Halfords, and for the primer, the paint and the clear coat, that came to £87. I then also bought some VW hubcaps on top of that, they were £30. So the flooring that I put in the back of the van, I had to buy 2 packs of that, so I bought that from Wickes, that came to £45. I then got varnish, so I put varnish on the cladding and that came to £20. So a big one again, so I got the van limiter removed, I got cruise control fitted, and I got the multifunctional display activated, that cost £190. So I went to Bellman's Autos in Sheffield and got that done, so if you guys want to do that, check him out, he's a great guy to do it. But yeah, that was £190 to get that done. When I bought the van, it had chrome bars on it, so I took these off and filled the holes with some rubber bungs. I had to buy those rubber bungs from VW, and they cost £9. So I then got some cab curtains to divide the back from the front, and they cost £35. I then got plywood for the side doors that I could cover in the cladding to cover up the panels, and that cost £15. So I then got some curtains for the barn doors at the back, and they were from a company called Van X, and they were £50 for the set. So to stick the carpet to the metal, use a product called Trim Fix, and that was £20 off Amazon. So the foam from the bed, again I got custom made foam so it fit the bed exactly, and that was £140. So the wood to build the bed came from Wickes and that cost £70. I then used blankets from Dunelm to cover the bed foam, and that came to £56 for those blankets. To do this I used Velcro, and the Velcro cost about £50, so I started on the back of the blankets and then it could stick the blankets onto the foam, like wrap it up. It's a cheaper way to do it, but yeah, the Velcro is £50. I then bought stickers to go on the outside just to make it look better. So I got a little strip, a 2-wheel drive sticker, they were £13 off eBay. I got a bonnet bra from Van Pimps, that came to £13. And then again I got wood varnish to varnish the bed and the drawer at the back, and that was £7. So in total, to convert this van, everything I've done from when I bought it, this first service I did, the cam belt and water pump, it's come to around £2,669. So you can see that conversion is quite a lot of money, but obviously if I take away the cam belt and the full service when I bought it and the little bits that I did like the inspection and stuff like that, that obviously takes off about £800, £900, so you're looking at about £1,800, £1,900 to do the conversion. Again, it's a lot more because I did the cruise control, so that's £190, and I got the bumpers colour coded as well. So if you take off that, that's looking at about an extra £700. So realistically, maybe you're looking around about £1,000 to do the conversion if you didn't do the colour coded bumpers or get the cruise control fitted. But I think all in, take it from the van I had to what I've got now for £2,600. Well, about 2,000, well, I'd say £1,800 because you take off the service and the cam back, which you do to any vehicle.